Meet Robin Davis, a California State Capitol Museum tour guide who's worked for the government for 24 years. In 2010, she found out she had breast cancer. Forced to handle it on her own, Davis said she could never have done it without the support from her co-workers.
My husband left me because he couldn't deal with it. You know, and a lot of things happened at the same time, but my job stayed with me.
Davis spends her days educating museum visitors about California's history and government. She uses her passion for teaching to inspire young students every day.
I want you to know something, young people. You don't get this job without taking on the problems of every governor that's come before you.
Security technician Nettie Thomas has been working with Davis for years and is inspired by her positive attitude towards life and love for the job.
Whenever I do get down, I do try to remember Robin. Sometimes I say, you know what, there's a lady at work that's been through way more than you.
Chief Administrative Officer John Waldie has worked in the California State Capitol for 32 years. He said the government and museum staff adamantly support each other, much like a family.
People who have, life-threatening diseases, they run out of sick leave. Well, we allow our staff to then donate the sick leave that we accumulate to someone else, so that they're not without a paycheck, they're not without their benefits during a time of need.
During her battle with cancer, Davis received a trunk from her co-workers. Some she didn't even know. Inscribed in the wood was one word: love. Inside, she found an abundance of colorful scarves to wrap around her hairless head.
I'm so desperately holding on to it because someday I know I'm going to run into somebody who's going to need them, and I'm going to pass it on, and I'm going to tell my story, and hopefully they will pass on the story when they pass on the scarves.
Even though the scarves are small, her yearning to give back is huge.
They thought I was going to die, but I lived. I lived through it. And I'm here to tell you that life is good today. And that I get emotional when I talk about it because it can happen to anybody, but you've got to be motivated and you've got to want to live when you go through all these things.